right, what's going on, big dogs? So I've said this in previous videos from time to time, but I am a huge sports fan. Whether it is the NFL, the MLS, or just soccer in general, hockey, baseball, and of course, my favorite is basketball. Good old NBA basketball. It has been my favorite sport for a long time, been a diehard basketball fan for as long as I can remember. However, over about the last half decade, maybe a little longer, I found it harder and harder to watch the sport that I genuinely have a good passion for and I really care about, due to the fact that a lot of the people playing it don't really seem to care about the people who are funding it and watching it, the fans. And no greater statement could prove me correct than what Draymond Green and the rest of the NBA is saying about the stupid 65 game rule. So the 65 game rule is, like in every other sport, there are regular season rewards. If you want to win most valuable player, if you want to win defensive player of the year, all that kind of jazz, you have to play at least 65 of the 82 games in a season. Now, some people might sit there and go, man, that's kind of a lot of games. Like, okay, like, is it not that common? No. Here's the problem. Playing over 65 games a season used to be incredibly common. You were considered a wimp, a loser. You were considered almost like a cancer to your team, almost like a liability is the word I'm looking for, to the team if you weren't going to be able to stay healthy and play with the team that you are being paid to play on. But over the last, again, a little over half decade, maybe even up to a decade now, more and more stars and more teams have bought into this idea that their players need to have rest days where they can just not play. This usually happens on games when they have back-to-back games. So if they play like Monday, Tuesday, and they have to travel those nights, the next game or the first game, whichever one they deem easier to win without their stars, they rest them. And this was getting so bad that the NBA decided to step in and go, okay, no, you guys, we're paying you way too much money and you guys have to do your job. People show up to watch you. Like, I just want people to imagine this. Imagine you go into your job and you just decide that you're not going to show up 20% of the time. You're not going to work there very long, are you? Also, another note, most of us do not have this ability. And by that, I mean, even if you're on a salary paycheck, most of us are hourly, but even if you're on salary, this pertains to you as well. If you don't show up, you don't get paid. Right? These guys are literally just saying they want a rest day, right? I have to use PTO that I earned for working enough to accumulate paid time off. These guys are just saying, no, we want paid time off, except in our case, we get to do a dream job that anybody else on the planet would kill to do. But we're just not going to appreciate that at all and appreciate the people that support this game. My favorite player of all time is Kobe Bryant. In my book, he's the GOAT. Rest his soul. Love Kobe Bryant. He said it really well. He had a statement, and I might screw it up here, but basically what he said was he does not understand why players are resting, because he understood that there is somebody out in those stands or watching at home that is trying to see Kobe Bryant play for the first time, or paid hard-earned cash, hard-earned money to come and see Kobe Bryant play. And it is not fair for me to just take rest days off when all these good people who support our game aren't taking days off just to come and watch us. You know, like, they have to work extremely hard to afford the tickets to be able to take a day off and not earn money that day, most likely. You know, maybe those guys aren't getting their PTO. Like, he understood that he is making a lot of money, but he's making a lot of money because of all the people who want to watch him and want to watch him succeed and play the sport that he loves. He knows he can't do it without the fans. But what really sparked up this whole 65 game controversy was the recent injury of Joel Embiid. So Joel Embiid was last year's MVP. He was the most valuable player last year. And this year he was on pace to have one of the best seasons literally of all time. He really was. He was doing phenomenal. I'm not a big Joel Embiid fan. I think he's very unclutch, especially in the playoffs. I just don't have any trust in the guy is really what it is. So I'm not his biggest fan, but he was having a historic season, absolutely incredible season up to this point. And basically what happened was he got hurt. He hurt his knee. I don't know exactly what it was. It might have been his hamstring as well. He's going to be out for a while. Now he's not going to hit this 65 game threshold. And a lot of NBA guys have come out and said, well, that's not fair. He's having one of the greatest seasons ever, blah, 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 blah. And to that, and to what a lot of fans have said, I've seen it all over TikTok, I've seen it all over Instagram, YouTube Shorts, wherever it has been possible to see a video of the NBA. A lot of fans are very upset that these guys are even defending this. Because what? Say some nobody had like a crazy one game, dropped like 65 points, 10 rebounds, 15 assists, and like 12 steals, like just a nuts game that will never ever happen. But then he doesn't play for the rest of the season. Does that one game give him the MVP then because he was just so dominant? Like his stats say so, right? Like look at Embiid's stats. Like, yeah, he didn't play all the games and wasn't there for his team for most of the season. But yeah, before that though, he was doing really well. No, but part of being the most valuable player is also being part of the team, is being there with the team, leading that team. Normally, the most valuable person on a roster is the leader, is the person who is taking the reins, taking the blame, taking, you know, the criticisms of the team, whether it's win or lose. Like they're the ones who have to bear that burden. But for whatever reason, all these superstars don't want to do that anymore. Like there's no winner's mentality in the sport really anymore. It's all money. They all only care about their paychecks. Nobody actually cares. Like I remember when people were taking pay cuts and not really caring too much about their overall income, as long as it meant they were going to win rings, right? They wanted to be the best. They just wanted to be better than people. Like the money would come, but they wanted to be champions. They wanted to be the best in the world. And these guys would ride or die for that. Like where there was guys playing with sprained ankles and taped up all around. I mean, there was that photo of Kobe Bryant sitting on the sidelines, just all wrapped up in getting iced down, bandages. Like it was crazy. But now these guys won't play if they get a sore back. Like if I didn't go to work every day that my back was a little sore, I wouldn't have a job. I would never go to work. My back hurts a lot because I'm dumb. But these guys think with just the most minute, petty little upsetty to their day that they just deserve the whole week off. And then us as the fans who are the ones paying for these people, buying their jerseys, buying their merch, buying tickets to see them play, they somehow try to turn it on to us like it's our fault, like it's our problem that they take too many rest days. But I don't know, guys. I haven't done a sports video on this channel before, but let me know what you guys think. I just really wanted to rant about this because I love the basketball, and it's just something that has been irritating me, and I wanted to do a rant on it. So I figured, screw it, it'll make a good video, hopefully. But again, let me know what you guys think down below. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Make sure to turn on the bell so you know when I upload and can stay up to date with everything going on the channel. Thank you guys all for your time and your support. And until the next video, guys,